96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
And nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Ooh, into spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there.
Good yawning this morning and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. It is Friday the 24th of September 2021 and you are on the clock with Erin, Greene. And let me just say, let's start it off right like this. Today's show is brought to you by the Department of Inland Revenue. And today is Culture Friday. Listen, the last 2 weeks of politics have consumed us. Even the show changed our outline. And so we had to do our culture show on the Thursday, no politics Thursday. But today we are back, and we are back on a special day. So let's start off here. We opened the show with a song called You've Got a Friend. It's performed by Leonardo Jones, and Fred Ferguson is featured on the guitar. And Mr. Darrell Hurston is the musical director for that song. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in the era of dub. I grew up in the era of better. So y'all can imagine how excited I am to hear another classic track being taken over and remastered by Bahamians with the right sound. Because that song didn't sound right till it had that Reagan scraping and a little junkanoo in it. Trust me, it didn't. Anyway, good morning and welcome to On the Clock with Erin, Greene. And to start the show, I have to share something with you all. It turns out that September is the most expensive month of the year. And it don't have nothing to do with politics. Apparently, I know 147 people who was born in September. And most of them was born today. So I have to say, I got to take a moment, people. First of all, I have to wish a happy birthday anniversary to my Grammy, Corinne Mitchell, from the Fort Hill, from East Street. May she sleep in peace. Her birthday is on the 24th. And today is also my little sister's birthday. Her name is Corey Mitchell Greene Lambert, 47 years. Mr. LeVar Pratt. It turns out, so close that his sister at one point was renting from my auntie. Like, it's a small world called the Bahamas. Then I gotta say happy birthday to my friend Gucci Wallace. Then I gotta say happy birthday to my friend from Guyana in New York, Twinkle Aria Paul. And then I gotta say happy birthday to my good cousin, who I call uncle, because that's how much older he was. That's another Bahamian tradition when you call your cousin uncle. Uncle Brian C. Knowles, happy birthday. And I got to say happy birthday to the best cousins ever. First of all, one of them because he's a pastry genius. Happy birthday to Michelle Smith Mitchell. Her birthday was on the 23rd. And I got to say, in the future, happy birthday to my cousin Anya Mitchell Charles. We're looking at these Mitchells all over the place. Happy birthday. The birthday is on the 26th. And to my younger cousin, to say happy birthday to the classically beautiful, forever beautiful Brenda Barry, always in my heart. She's an auntie from another mother, always there with a supporting word. Happy birthday, Brenda Barry. I want to say happy birthday to Kia Simone, one of my good friends from the porch. And I have to say happy birthday. This is a belated to Gia Mitchell Bailey Poitier, whose birthday was on the 5th. And we have to end it all with Gia because Gia does not know it yet, but she has been designated as the family chef. She has been given the awesome task of cooking for the Mitchells, and because she's the best. I just wanted to know that you is the best. And we love you. I want to say happy birthday to all my peoples. I hope you all enjoy it. And if it's your birthday today and I didn't call you happy birthday, Kermit, you have the song on the deck? The puzzle one or the ancient man one? Anyone will do. Because I tell them I can make them groan with happiness today. And ain't nothing more special than getting a Bahamian birthday song on your birthday. It ain't nothing more than that. So, Mr. Hurston, anybody you have to say happy birthday to this morning?
Only my youngest daughter is on the 27th. Her name is Daryl Hurston as well. She lives in Florida. I'd like to say happy birthday to her coming up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Daryl, in South Florida, all the way to the Bahamas. Tell them you having an international birthday. Good morning. I see I got a couple of texts here. Great show as usual. You gave birthday shout outs, but you did not call any numbers. And morning, Georgia soon for. I call plenty numbers. I say 24s and 23s and 26s. But you give me the number when you catch it. That's the best part. There we go. Thank you. I think Ancient Man is at least 3 people who were born on this day. There's something special about September 24th. Anyway, there's also something special about this Ancient Man version. Thank you, producer. Thank you. And thank you to my audience for giving me that little time for that birthday shout out. My guest today is Mr. Daryl Hurston. Mr. Daryl Hurston is a musician, a musical educator, and a musical director. And I know Mr. Hurston through my church family at St. Anne's. And the thing I love most about going to St. Anne's is that the people in St. Anne's didn't care if you could sing or not. You know, some churches you go and you can't sing and then they tell you, quiet down a little bit. We won't hear the choir. They only want to hear the good singers. But St. Anne's is a community that say, come as you are and come and sing. And so I'm glad to have Mr. Hurston on today because as a musician, he represents a multiple realms, only a little bit. I'm a little disappointed in the PLP cabinet, but I can tell you all specifically why. And this is my bias, and I'll label it as my bias. I really wanted a separate ministry of culture. And maybe that's my bad. Maybe I should have taken the time to document my premise, right? I believe that in this time when we're trying to focus on the recovery and rebounding of the tourism industry, that we should have created a standalone ministry for tourism for 2 reasons. Because we don't want tourism to sort of overtake culture, which it has a tendency to do. But if we can give culture the resources that it needs as a standalone ministry, we would be surprised the extent to which it could feed tourism. And that what the culture ministry could be doing along with documenting and preserving Bahamian culture is finding ways to bring that culture to multiple, to resonate with people in Asia. How does it resonate with people in South America? How do you fine-tune this story for your various markets, right? Like, how do you find the connections? Because what you will find is there are legends that already connect the Bahamas to South America. And those legends are about blue holes, right? So you already in with your messaging, with your tourism product for that demographic. And there's plenty of reasons why I thought it should have had a standalone ministry. And so you don't want to give it a standalone ministry, that's fine. Why didn't we appoint a minister of state for culture, allowing the Honorable Boleg to focus on sports, which is his forte, and youth, which he also has some expertise in. That would have given culture sort of the psychological boost, the cultural community, the psychological boost it needs in this time, but it would also given the ministry the capacity to really focus on it. Or even a parliamentary secretary, right? So we're not talking politics today. That's not what this is up. This Culture Friday show. I also want to point out, right? That's mild. What I really wanted was a Ministry of Culture and Decolonization. That's what I wanted. And it's not too far-fetched because the Ministry of Cultures, hear what I said just now, the Ministry of Cultures, Decolonization, and Patriarchalization is a Bolivian government ministry with the stated intention to decolonize and depatriarchalize and to reverse the inequalities between nationalities as well as between men and women, right? So, okay that you got a Ministry of Culture. I'd wish you'd done more. You know, we ain't saying a bad critique. I just letting you all know, you see when ministers go fishing on the moon, I'd be way out there with him. I'm way out there. I was ready for a Ministry of Culture with a sub-department of decolonization. But we almost there. So, let's see, I got one more text. It says, Sister, what is special is that we were convinced on Christ's birthday, the Christmas prior, count December 24th, 25th to September 24th is 9 months. LOL. Happy birthday to me and many. Thank you. That is an astute mathematician. And to the earlier texter about numbers, that's the text you need to listen to, not me. I don't know nothing about numbers. That text right there. That was great. So good morning, Mr. Darrell Hurston. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning, Erin.
Welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
Now, I introduce you, but introduce yourself in your own words, please.
Okay, my name is Darrell Hurston. I am an American.
No, wait. You ain't no American. Say it again. Just say it again.
Say it again?
Yeah, say it again.
My name is Darrell Hurston, and I am an American.
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
But I've been living here in the Bahamas for almost 25 years.
Pull the mic up.
Love the country. Yeah. Thank you. And I've worn several hats in that capacity. I'm a simple person. Not many words, but I love music, and that's been my life, and that's what brought me here.
Absolutely.
And all my travels.
Now, I see you a musical educator.
Yes.
Do you teach music?
I teach music as well.
At what level? Primary?
Primary level.
Okay, so how come we haven't seen a national recorder band? You see, like we got the police pop band,
Yeah.
the Defense Force pop band. We need a primary school recorder pop band. As many recorders as we sell in this country.
This is true.
Just quickly, why is the recorder a starting instrument?
Because of the simplicity of it, and it branches out into so many other different instruments that are very similar, and it's easy to learn how to read music with the recorder. Just hand-eye coordination is the only thing that you really need, and basically you gear more toward studying the theory of it, the theory of the music, and it's easy to apply.
I got you. I think parents really wanted to know. There's plenty noise. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of students who play recorder go to the horn section in Junkanoo?
Absolutely. More so gravitating toward more instruments that are similar, like especially the saxophone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
especially
So
saxophone.
thank you. So dear parents, if we want Junkanoo to survive, we gotta let these children make noise.
Yeah, they got to make noise.
Yeah, we gotta let them make noise.
And make the noise turn into music.
Yeah. Okay. A quick question as well. Well, let me say this. I guess it sounds like I'm rushing. I am hoping that we have enough time for Mr. Hurston to play the How Bahamian Are You game.
Sure.
So I got some questions up front. I really want us to learn more about the work that he does. And this is the political part. We grow the culture of appreciation for culture by talking about it and highlighting the importance of it and highlighting how it has impacted our lives. You see that thing with the recorder to Junkanoo? Right? Mm-hmm. I just need parents to know, because I've been a person sitting on my porch wondering when these children can stop playing this recorder. But now that I tolerate it,
Yeah, yeah,
I get them a buy.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, in your bio, it also said that you are an organist
Yes,
at Holy Trinity Anglican Church.
yes.
And so, before I get to the serious questions, I got the similar question to ask you. Why haven't we had an organist competition in the Bahamas yet? Why haven't we had a space where organists could rock out to both gospel and secular music?
Yeah,
Because ain't nothing. I mean, if y'all remember Jim Morrison and the Doors, like that was my introduction to the organ
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in popular music.
That's right.
Why we ain't had no organist rock out competition yet, though?
Ah, man, I don't know. But it's definitely something that probably could happen.
Absolutely. So who I have to talk to? I gotta go. I probably got to go talk to the Anglican and the because I'm thinking
To the bishop, maybe.
to the people who have the organs.
Yeah, to the people who have the organs, which
Right.
is most of the Anglican churches and Catholic churches here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I know that they, but growing up in St. Anne's Church and St. Agnes, but growing up in St. Anne's Church and sort of being on the precious
Yes.
in the church
Yes,
space.
absolutely.
I think, we could grow a culture of appreciation for that particular space in the church and for the wider capacity of the church
Yeah.
by highlighting these things.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd go to an organ recital. I'd go to an organist competition because I know the capacity of the instrument and the players.
Yes.
Right? And ain't nothing sweeter than watching mom, who's played that rock out and start playing rake and scrape
Yeah.
on the organ.
But at my church and a couple of other churches, it was the first time I ever heard an organ being used in that capacity because, you have drums in some of the churches and they actually play rake and scrape rhythm with the actual organ playing the hymns and fusing that together. It's the first time I ever heard that, man. It was such a beautiful sound. I was like, wow. One of the famous organists, Diane Bish, came over to our church about 5, 6, 7 years ago. And Mr. Thompson was the organist at the time at my church. He passed on now, and the reason why I'm playing organ now. Yeah. And he invited her there. And when he played the organ, and he played, I forget what the song was, but the drummer was playing a rake, something like that. And it was just crazy, man. It's just awesome.
All right, I got a text here that says, "Don't forget the Methodists." But look here,
And Methodists, yes.
You think the Methodists will pick up their organ and come to the competition, but you leaving us out? I love my Methodists. Thank you for that text. I have a text here that says, "We never had an organ competition, but we will have our lemonade competition." Yes, texter, we will definitely. And after this, I don't think the organist can let us not have an organ competition. But you see, this is why we need more capacity, the Ministry of Culture.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. Do you know what an international spectacle this would be? A global organist competition.
Yeah.
Right? And so while I'm a grassroots Bahamian culture gal, I don't have a problem with Bahama temporarily installing one organ or two for a global organ competition, right? I don't have a problem with that. All right, so you were born in the States.
Yes.
But before we get there, how did you start your musical journey?
I started taking piano lessons in grade 4 and just continued doing that and all the way up to high school and got a scholarship to go to Morris Brown College. Ironically, not even on the keyboard, but on the sousaphone, the tuba.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got a full scholarship to Morris Brown College and joined the band there as well. Got my BA degree in piano performance. I switched back over to piano when I got to college. I was able to do that and got my BA degree in piano and performance. And from there, just
Now, what
kept going.
does piano and performance mean?
Piano performance, I studied classical piano and as well as performance, meaning that I would learn the ins and outs of how to perform, how to, I did musicals and all those kind of things, yeah.
And so the difference between just playing and performing, are we talking about like, I'm going into the studio? And
Yeah,
are they
yeah.
two different?
They're two different things, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of the going on stage kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, how the decor of performance, breathing techniques, different genres, all that stuff.
Now, let me ask you a question. In that training, do you have improv classes?
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
My improv people, see, we
Absolutely.
everywhere. We
Absolutely.
everywhere. Awesome. Because I think about there are some artists that are they're not technically the best singers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessarily technically the best technical performers in terms
Yes.
of playing the guitar
Yes.
or playing the piano. But what they bring to the performance, how they bring the music, you don't care. And then it also raises for me questions of, well, who determines what the technical standard is, right?
Right.
Would Joseph Spence, would his vocal stylings be considered appropriate or viable for the global market if he came out now? Now, mind you, we've sort of rotated all the way back to mumble rap. Right.
Never understood a word he said, but
Now, somebody understood.
somebody did.
Right, like Blind Blake Jones Jones. Jones understood what Blind Blake was saying, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And in that time.
Yeah.
So, how'd you get to the Bahamas?
In 1993, I came over my first wife.
Yeah.
And we just decided we wanted a change of atmosphere and came over. I had been coming here since 1986.
Okay.
And so I was very familiar with the country already. So
All right.
I thought it was a valuable move.
All right. So, let's get into your bio now. I know you were an organist. What I'm most impressed about in your bio is your work with young people.
Yes.
And tell us about this trip that St. Anne's took. St. Anne's is my thing, man. So I was excited when I saw that. I mean, we're going to go through this bio. You got some exciting things in there. But I love this idea of working with young people and bringing opening up, awakening
Yes.
the excitement. Because it's obvious young people love music.
Yes.
But when young people realize they could make that music themselves, working with children. And I know that you worked briefly with the RBC. I think RBC sponsored a musical heritage project. And you played a song there. I was really interested in that song. But sorry, audience. The reason it sticks in my head is because I remember reading that article from 2013.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's just the 6th annual Music Heritage Appreciation Summer Program. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, the St. Anne's School Choir has been, yes, we've taken several trips. So I don't know which one you're referring to. We've been traveling. We've done at least 13 trips.
Wow.
Traveling from San Diego, Florida, Georgia, New York, and every other year we were sponsored. We work towards taking a trip, and I just wanted to expose the kids to the more cultural aspect of music, and it's not just singing in assemblies, it's not just singing here and there. So open them up to that.
Awesome.
We actually did a musical concert that year, so I took them to see a real musical. So it's the little things like that makes a difference. And St. Anne's became very notable. They said, "Oh, the world famous St. Anne's Choir," because we basically did that.
You traveled the world.
We did.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, okay, so I think Kermit, it's a good time for a break. I think it's a good time for a break. And when we come back, we're going to go through this long list of bands that you performed with and the Global Battle of the Bands competition. Please stay tuned to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. We'll be right back.
Some of us lost our jobs, but some of us realized just how essential the reason somebody feels welcome, seen and heard, valued in love and supported. This Character Day, October 20th, we are saluting our essential workers. Log on to characterdaybahamas.org to nominate a hidden hero today.
Have you heard about the COVID vaccine raffle? If you are vaccinated against COVID-19, you can enter to win amazing prizes like food store gift certificates, hotel stays, beach excursions, and so much more. Even if you are previously vaccinated, you can still enter to win. The COVID vaccine is free, safe, and protects you from severe COVID-19 infections. Don't delay. Get vaccinated today and enter to win. Visit www.vaxbahamas.com to register.
I've been representing all my life. I'm getting ready to make it count this time. Census 2021 for your family line. You better get ready. It's about that time. So tell mama to be ready. Tell it to the whole family. The rock the top forward to the count depends on what's for everyone.
What happened to you? You look like you lost your paycheck.
Man, I just realized I got scammed out of a bunch of money. They said I won this contest and just needed me to send them some money so I could collect. I mean, to expedite something. Or was it to smooth the process?
Man, you're smarter than that. Protect yourself against scams and fraud by following these steps. If you know you didn't enter a competition, you can't win. Never play to receive a cash prize. If you're being asked, you're being scammed. Check trusted internet sites for verification of information given to you. Do not give your banking details to people you don't know. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. Monitor your bank account regularly for any questionable transactions. Get more information at getmoneysmartbahamas.com.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Breaking strength at a party last night. She was looking sweet and looking so right. So I said that I would take a chance and ask her for a dance. Didn't know that she would hook me like so and never let me go. Got caught up in the sweet down home music. Now her love can't refuse it.
Good morning and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. You are on the clock with Erin Greene. It is Friday, September the 24th, 2021. And Mr. Hurston, that's the GQ band?
The GQ band, Groove Quest.
Groove Quest. All right. I got a brief message for you from the Department of Inland Revenue as we start the second half of the show. You still have time to save on your real property tax. Bahamian property owners can now take advantage of waivers on their real property tax in one of two ways. 1, bring your account to zero. 2, get a payment plan. This offer ends September 30th, 2021. For further information, email 225-5778, toll free. Again, this message is brought to you by the Department of Inland Revenue. Well, in the break, I got a very important message from the Mitchell clan. I am so remiss. I forget two of the most important birthdays in September. Look here, Mr. Hurston, you'll put me over your knee when you hear this. In fact, it's three of the most important men's in my life. First of all, my cousin Jaden Seymour, who's on, so let me say this right, Jaden Mitchell Bailey Seymour, who's born on September the 7th. I hope you in school, working hard today, sir. Also,
It's one of my students.
well, look at that. You better be in school working hard, Jaden, your music teacher right here. Also, my father's birthday. My father passed over 30 years now. My father's birthday is September 1st. And a man that became like a second father to me. Family friend, a real uncle, right? Like this is what men just do. This is what real men do. And he just stepped in and stepped up. And I would say, happy birthday. And his birthday is on the 3rd. His birthday is on the 3rd of September. Happy birthday. Mr. Hurston, I see we got a caller on the line. Caller, you're on the clock.
Good morning, Erin.
Good morning, how are you?
Oh, good. I was just making sure that I'm on, and good morning to your guests. By the way, my name is Darren Lewis Stubbs.
Yes, sir.
And Erin,
Yes.
yesterday, me and 3 other men, we all live here at this complex. Mm-hmm. And our conversation, the conversation that I had with them yesterday was, it looked like the PLP have set up another system to fail. And let me tell you what that system is, because we have seen it before in successive administrations. it blew my mind because Erin, we are on the same page. We really want change in this Bahamas. I spoke with a close friend of mine about 7 months ago, Lawrence Carroll. He's a dancer. And back in the day, we had the Minister of Culture. That's what we need. We need culture back in our country. When I look at it as being failed, when I mean that the PLP have set themselves up to fail, that Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, that's 3 different portfolios right there. Who's going to concentrate on our youth?
Exactly.
When you think about it, our youth, we have young girls and young boys out there dealing with bullying in school, dealing with incest, dealing with who they really are, dealing with after school, have to go to the food store to go pack groceries and stuff. All these world labor laws, child labor laws, we just discard, we push them on the side. We have kids. That's not natural, that's not normal.
Thank you, Colin.
And are those kids during the summer in summer school learning something or whatever, but no, they sweating on the side of the road, and mostly it's our dark colored skin kids. You can see the white kids in our neighborhood.
I understand. Thank you very much, caller. I wish we had time to delve into the intricacies of what you're talking about, but we don't. I appreciate your call. I just want people to hear that, right? That people are anxious. This is an urgent matter for some of us, understanding the role that culture plays, not just in our lives, but in governance at the national level, at the community level. I just wanted to say a sort of brief note about it, right? The need to preserve and document culture, even at the professional level. When I talk about associations and guilds, these are bodies that help to maintain a standard within an industry, but it's also a space in which you continue to grow a culture of appreciation in the industry. And so even that is a cultural practice, right? This culture thing is so important. It's just as important as the economy, just as. I got another text here for you, Mr. Hurston. It says, thank you. It says, good morning, Empress. Thank you. Listen, don't let Rastas them hear you say that. That's a particular word for a particular culture. What year did your guest attend Morris Brown? I have a question for him.
I graduated in 1991.
All right. Wow. I was just hitting my last year of school then. Thank you, Texter. You could send that question, I imagine. So, Mr. Hurston, you have a long list of bands in your bio, but let's start with the Global Battle of the Bands competition. How did you get involved in that? How you end up there?
Oh, that's my friend KB came up with this idea that we would join this competition that started here locally. Well, not the original, but they had a local chapter of it here.
Okay.
And they did it for like 3 years. And we did, and we ended up winning it.
Yeah.
And they sent us to London to represent the Bahamas. And when we got there, we came in 3rd place. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And the name of the band is?
Stinking Ways.
Ain't nothing more Bahamian than that.
And they loved it there. Everyone was like, Stinking Ways, Hey, it brought notoriety to us, because nobody else had such a unique name.
So what happened? Why y'all ain't still performing, man?
It was only for that particular reason.
So have you memorialized the moment? Can I get an album? Can I get a T-shirt? Is there something I could purchase to connect to this? Or is there a space online where I could see you guys playing?
Yeah. Global Battle of the Bands.
Right.
You go there, and then you can go back into their
and remind me
archives.
Remind me what year it was.
That was 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
All right.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cariba. That's how we pronounce it?
Cariba.
Cariba. Ah, that sounds better. Cariba.
Yeah, Caribbean, Bahamas.
Caribbean-style jazz band that worked out.
I played keyboards. Ronnie Snooky Seymour, Mr. Music. Played drums. Snooky Miller was on bass, and Danny Wilson on guitar. And that was jazz band. We played at a jazz club called, what was the name of the club? On Charlotte Street. Rumors on Charlotte Street.
Okay.
Yeah, we did a stint there for about 3 years. We recorded a couple of songs, but nothing that got to the international level, or even we didn't get a chance to play anything locally. We were just mostly a live band.
All right. So there's the Falcon Band, the High Tide Band, the Tingham Dem band, and Groove Quest band.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Of all of them, which instruments you play, and what was your favorite band to play with?
I play keyboards in all of them. My favorite band to play with, I'd have to say the one that I'm with now, Groove Quest.
And what type of music y'all play? Just rake and scrape, fusion?
Yeah.
Cover the classics?
Yeah, all of that. We do it all.
Y'all perform rap?
Rap? We've done a couple of rap tunes, yes.
So I'm about to say two things, because obviously blind, nothing I like more than to hear that fusion where Bahamian sounds are fused with hip hop, because hip hop is rooted in Caribbean and Bahamian sounds anyway. Yeah. All right, so I see this whole list of people that you've performed with, including Ronnie Butler, the Munnings Brothers, Tony McKay, KB, Funky D, Nita Ellis, D-Mac, Sweet Emily, Veronica Bishop, Lady E, Therese Hepburn. Of all the artists you've performed with, local and international artists, who's your favorite artist and what's your favorite experience?
Ronnie Butler. My favorite, most favorite, my dear Ronnie.
Which songs you played with him?
All of his classic songs. He was, when I was first exposed to him, was through Fred Ferguson. We went down to Miami to play a concert with him, and I never knew at the time. I didn't know him that well, but I was playing with Fred, and someone requested some songs from Ronnie that we didn't practice. And when I heard the songs and played them along with them, I was sitting there. I was just floored. You know.
Yeah. So you played on By the Time I Get to Phoenix?
By the time I know that song. I haven't played that one, no.
Echoes on My Mind?
Yes, we did Echoes on My Mind.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, the boy is a balladeer.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, there's something wrong with Bahamian men. Listen, that's why we can't be voting all these Bahamian men in Parliament. They sing to you and say anything to you, and you just do whatever they say. I have a feeling that's how Bahamian politics get to the place where it is right now. I have another text here that says, it's a bit more of a political. It just says, hey, is it too late for the PLP government to separate the Ministry of Culture from the other ministries it's tied to? I don't know if it's too late, right? I think that they could do anything. They could separate the ministries. I would say, though, maybe a better strategy is to give it a year, transition of the new team in, build up the capacity of the Ministry of Culture, understand what elements you can separate and what elements have to still be linked together, and how the ministry would operate, right? Yeah. So maybe what is good is we get a year to infuse them with ideas about how it can be done. All right, Mr. Hurston, it is time for us to play the game. Right. How Bahamian are you? And like I say, when you told me you were not Bahamian, I didn't believe you. So now we have to play the game.
Yeah. Well, that's like the lady that I told she thought I was from Cat Island and my name was Thurston.
Yeah.
But I told her, no, it's Hurston. She said, no, stop. Why are you afraid of Yogo?
I mean, you look like Bahamian.
I just told her, yes, ma'am. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, I am.
Right. You just claim it. All right. So we're about to play the game. How Bahamian are you? This is the game where I ask you a bunch of questions to determine if you is a Bahamian.
All right.
If you born here, or you belong here, or you just love it here. Participants answer questions like boil or stew, Coca-Cola or sweet soda. It's the game where there are no wrong answers, unless, of course, that answer is Johnny Bread, in which case, that's the wrong answer. So, for the first question, fried fish or steamed fish?
Fried fish, buddy.
Why?
I just love fried fish. It's anyone who knows me knows fried fish is my bite it up.
Right?
Yeah.
But steamed fish, man.
Steamed fish is good.
Because steamed fish is accepting and accommodating. You don't have to be the freshest fish out the ocean to get steam and taste good. So you could be an old little haggish fishy like me and still get put in the pot and taste good. That's why I pick steam over fry.
I got you.
All right. This is a big one. Guava duff or coconut tart?
Guava duff.
You say that so quick.
Yeah, I don't like coconut.
The boy lose the game.
Oh man,
He lose the game in the second question.
No, Erin.
Okay, you eat it, but you don't like it. Like how
Yeah. We'll put it that way.
It's not your preference.
It's not my preference. We'll
You
say
gotta
that.
eat it. It's like hello, you gotta take your business.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say it like that.
All right. Jacks or marbles?
Marbles.
Why?
I grew up playing marbles. Of course, like I said, I'm from the States, and coming over here was just a natural transition.
Right.
I used to play with the kids in the playground. Matter of fact, I showed them how to play. Draw the circle.
Yeah, and that's all it is.
The cats, I love them.
It's called teething. It's not called winning. You teeth my marbles. But jacks, you get your jacks back at the end of the game.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
All right. Boxing Day Junkanoo or New Year's Junkanoo?
Boxing Day.
Why Boxing Day Junkanoo?
Because it's the first to come out, and you're excited. So it's like, once you see it in the Boxing Day, you don't want to see it again in New Year's. It's just
Right.
me. I'm excited about it,
Have you ever performed? Have you ever rushed?
No, I never
with
rushed.
KB and the Sting?
No, I never rushed.
Well, now you gay rush.
I want to.
Right. And for me, okay, would you aim in for scrap or major group?
A major group.
You too bougie, man. Scrap is where it's at. Now, see, I'll give you a buy because you are a trained musician, right?
gotcha.
So I give you a buy. Me, I learned to play the kazoo, the recorder, the 5-gallon bottle drum.
Oh.
That's me.
Yeah.
I ain't scrap.
Yeah.
I see we got a caller on the line. Let's get to this caller quickly. Caller, you on the clock. Good morning, caller. You still there?
Yes, sir. Good morning to one too. I play around with the piano. In fact, I play around with them all. But I have a brother's professional, right? My sisters, But I want to say that, issue I feel we have in this Bahamas is that, we don't have enough small bands. We need to create a culture of small bands, and they need to be, all of them need to be fishing in jazz, All of the great reggae musicians and soca and things, these guys play jazz, So for me to create that kind of culture and coupled with the lyrics, you see, what promoted the Jamaican music is their lyrics, with Bob Marley, it's like lyrics of social health.
Right.
You understand me? Activist music, you see.
So listen.
So that really sold it. It wasn't really the beat.
It's the lyrics.
It was the lyrics, you see, and our musicians, they fail to do that. Even when they, during election time, they get political rather than social.
Man, listen, do me a favor. Look for me on Facebook and add me on Facebook. Send me a private message. Because look how
Right.
where we have the competition within the constituencies to see the top one or the top two bands to represent the constituency. Then we go to a national level band competition.
Wow.
And we could do it every year. And we can have
Right.
categories for performance.
Little thing, we have a lot of musicians.
Yeah, we do.
A whole lot of musicians. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. What an awesome call.
Yeah.
You see, and I want to say to the politics people, right? Sometimes a complaint is just a free consultation. Right? That's all.
Yeah.
It's just a free consultation because I'm about to start a battle of the bands constituency competition.
Wow.
But let's get back to our list. Aloe or Sarah C?
Aloe.
Aloe?
Yeah.
Why?
I used to do that back home. My grandmother. Yeah, she used to do that. Put that in, just cut it, put it on your tongue and say swallow it.
So you could be, look here, you got a Cat Island head for real. You could be, Bayman. Are you related to the Gullah? You come from the Gullah Geechee?
I kept saying that it's some relation may be there because there's so many similarities. That's probably cookout.
Probably cookout?
Yeah.
Because you spend so much time in the church?
Yeah.
You think them ladies gonna ask you to play the organ? All right. Chicken in the bag or conch snack?
Oh, chicken in the bag.
So, okay, why?
I'm a lover of chicken. I love chicken. If I had to pick chicken over conch, I would always go with chicken.
I mean, that's good because that means that there's more conch for me
There you go.
than for you, right? But let me tell you guys a secret about chicken in the bag. I'm going to let the secret out the bag because I am a pescatarian, transitioning for like 2 years now to a vegan. It's difficult.
Okay.
I have a craving for meat. I get a craving. In fact, every time I pass one of them chicken in the bag place, I get this overwhelming desire to jump out my car and roll into the shop and buy something to eat. And it took me a long time to figure out what it is. So I'm going to help all my Bahamian people who are trying to beat off the chicken in the bag craving. You're not actually craving the chicken in the bag or the other things in the bag. Well, the fries.
Yes.
Or the roll.
Right.
Here's what you're craving. Steaming in the bag. And your body is actually craving something historic, something cultural. You craving fermented. You craving vinegar. You craving that old food culture that used to keep your belly strong. That's what you actually craving.
Wow.
So this is not, I ain't dissing the chicken in the bag place. I'm trying to help my brothers and sisters out who can't help but answer the call of the chicken in the bag. Because I had that problem too.
Oh, man.
Okay. Now, this is a real Bahamian question. Lakers or Celtics?
Neither.
Jesus, the boy want to lose the game twice. Okay, so who's your team?
I don't follow basketball. I'm a football. More into football.
You're more into football?
Yeah.
Okay, so Patriots or Dolphins?
Oh, man. Well, I'll say this. Atlanta Falcons. Conch salad, baby.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, tropical or original conch salad?
I just had the tropical a couple of years ago for the first time, and I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Gin and coconut water or rum and coke? And let me just say to the audience, this will be the only question with alcohol in it. We ain't really promoting that like that.
Yeah.
But gin and coconut water or rum and coke?
Oh, neither. I
Good.
don't drink.
Good. You go to church. You go to church tonight and tomorrow. No, but that's good. That's good. So, Sky Juice or Gully Wash?
Neither.
Now, they don't necessarily have alcohol.
That's the ones that without leaded and unleaded. Yeah. Sky Juice, unleaded.
The unleaded. But Gully Wash is another name for it.
Okay.
And that's really about, that question really gives us a sense of where you from. If you from the north or you from the south, right? Because some people call it Gully Wash and some people call it Sky Juice. All right. I see that we are all out of time, so I got one band. And so the last question is baked crab or crab and dough?
Baked crab.
Now, you ever had crab and dough?
Yes.
So what is it about the baked crab for you? What's the difference?
I just don't like dough. I don't like dough.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. So, you played on this song, Mercy, Mercy Me.
Yes, piano.
With the Tingham Them Band.
Yes.
Tell the audience how they can find your work, or how they could reach out to you.
Simply go on Facebook, Darryl Hurston, and you can see all my credentials there.
And then we can find the songs that you have credited on, right?
Yes, right.
Wow. When was the song produced?
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fred Ferguson, our producers.
Awesome. Absolutely. Thank you for joining me today on this Friday, the 24th of September, for our Culture Friday segment with Mr. Darryl Hurston. I hope you enjoyed this expose into a superbly talented man's life and work experience, and the High Tide Band. And he's played with the Holy Trinity Band. The most prestigious band on the list. Anyway, we're all out of time. Thank you, Mr. Hurston.
Thank you, Erin.
Stay tuned to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Mr. Levon Miller and Unleashed is up next. Have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend, Bahamas. Remember, have mercy on yourself and others. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Yes, my pleasure.
Take a seat.
This overcrowded land, how much more abuse from man can she stand? Here we go. J.S. Johnson Insurance agents are the best. Johnson Insurance has the test. They're always covering me. J.S. Johnson.
insurance, peace of mind. I've been representing all my life. I'm getting ready to make it count this time. Census 2021 for your family line. You better get ready. It's about that time. So tell mama to be ready. Tell it to the whole family. The ones that don't want to. The count depends on you. So tell Ted to go tell below. Mark it down on your calendar. Census 2021. This one's for everyone.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.